Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Kevin Dolan and Brian Leonard of WagerTalk.com, and we are talking some Big Ten action here, Brian. We get Ohio State and Michigan State going at it. We're seeing 19.5, anywhere from 19.5 at open, minus 19 in Ohio State at home here, 67 being the total. We get Spartans, we get the Buckeyes. What are you liking in the Big Ten on Saturday, Brian?
Yeah, Ohio State's playing some really good ball right now. Just the way they played against Purdue, a team who was very well coached last week. They win that game by 28 points, 143 yards. That was pretty impressive. They haven't been that impressive all season long, but right now, I've got to think that other than Georgia, who to me is the clear class of college football, Ohio State may be number two. I said most of the year that'd be Alabama, but right now I think Ohio State's coming into good form. And they've got probably the most explosive offense out there in college football. Michigan State, a team that's been a big moneymaker all season long. They've done a really nice job. The coaching staff has done a terrific job in the second year there, and they've been playing very well. The only loss was the loss to Purdue that we just took a look at. They were at Purdue 2 weeks ago, and they were a 2.5-point favorite, lose that game 40-29. If you use 3 points as a home field in college, basically they're telling you that they're 5.5 points better than Purdue. Last week, Ohio State at home, take away the 3 from a 20, it's a 17. So you're looking at about 11.5 here, which means to me this line's a little bit inflated on Ohio State. Don't want to go against Ohio State, and they very well could blow this team out. But Michigan State's done a good job offensively all season long. They scored 20 in their game against Indiana, but overall, this offense has been there all season long. Ohio State's defense isn't much better than the other teams they played. I mean, Michigan State beat Michigan 37-33. They put up 37 on their Michigan defense. They could put up 40, 45 against Ohio State if they let them. So basically, the way I'm looking at this game is I think the line's a little bit inflated to Ohio State, but maybe we get a chance and we play the over here, because I'm not a big believer in the Ohio State defense. Michigan State, I mean, we're so used to over the years just being a grind-em-out team. Didn't score a lot of points, didn't give up a lot of points, but the defense is still pretty good for Michigan State, but that offense is something you need to take into account in this price range. So leading Michigan State with the points, but the better play may be the over in this game. And I haven't got to the window with either one yet, but that's one I'm considering.
Yeah, I could see that, Brian. You know, the offensive skill position talent on both of these two teams, the two quarterbacks, very good. Kevin, coming to you next. You know, speaking towards the total, towards Brian on the over. Kevin, what are you feeling sidewise, total-wise? What are you liking here, Spartans and Buckeyes?
I agreed with a lot of what Brian said. I thought Michigan State did well to bounce back last week as well with a big effort against Maryland. Thought it might be reasonably tough for them to pick themselves up after that Purdue loss. But, the Spartans put up almost 500 yards of offense in that game, 29 first downs as well. But look, obviously face a much stiffer challenge here on the road on Saturday against Ohio State. But saying that, if it was getting involved here, it would be on the Michigan State side of the play. They have a guy in Kenneth Walker. Look, this guy's absolutely in beast mode this season. He's averaging 147.3 yards per game on the ground. That's good for first in the nation. He also leads the country in total rushing touchdowns, yards after contact, 20-plus yard carries as well this year. So Ohio State are going to have to find some way to slow this guy down here on the ground. As he comes off yet another 2-touchdown effort against Maryland last week, Michigan couldn't contain him. He put up 197 yards and 5 touchdowns in that one. He put up 233 against Rutgers as well with 1 touchdown. So, this could get interesting on the ground if Ohio State, can't slow him down here. And we've already seen this Buckeyes team struggle on the ground this year. They allowed 161 and 2 touchdowns to CJ Verdell back in week 2 against the Oregon Ducks. So, they have been got to previously by a strong running game. And, it could well happen here again on Saturday. I agree with Brian overall. I made this game minus 14 for Ohio State, so I think the line is inflated. And running game aside, I think it is too many points for Michigan State here. So, I'd definitely be leaning on the Sparty side of the play on this one.
Sure. I mean, winning and covering 5 out of their last 6, talking about the Spartans might be a little inflated here. Maybe look towards the dog and the Michigan State Spartans. For Brian Leonard, Kevin Dolan, I am Drew Martin. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the game. Also, remember to check out WagerTalk.com. Tuesdays, a great day to do so. It's $2 Tuesday. The top handicappers, top play, discounted to just $2. Check it out, WagerTalk.com.